Dang. All right, ready, Ivy?
I'm ready.
All right. Welcome to the podcast, everyone, of Jalen and another special episode. One of my first homies that I made in Korea, probably my first friend for sure. Miss Ivy Oma.
Hi.
So, who are you? As I always ask.
Let's see. I am from the UK. I'm from England. I was born in Kenya and raised in England, and then I moved here.
Cool. Cool. How long were you in Kenya, Britain, and now Korea?
Let's see. I lived in Kenya till I was either 10 or 11, and then we moved to Britain not long after that. And then I've been in Britain since, and then moved to Korea about 10 years ago.
Dang. 10 years. Been here for a while.
It's been a good time.
Can I safely assume you love it?
Oh, I love it. I think it's just one of the best countries there.
That's cool. Cool. What brought you to Korea?
Originally, controversial. Originally, I wanted to go to Japan with my sister. We both were wanting to move to Japan, but then I found this charity in Seoul that I was interested in, and they were based in Seoul and LA, and I had no intention of living in LA, so I was like, oh, why didn't I go for the Seoul one? I was at uni. There was no way I was gonna move to Korea anytime soon, but for the next 4 years, I was like, oh, let me plan to move to Korea and check out this charity, see what I can do. So that's what originally brought me here. I was like, maybe 2 or 3 years, and then 10 years later.
10 years later. It's cool. It's cool. What was the charity?
Oh, is it? They kind of do some sensitive work, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'll keep it to myself for now.
Do I know? Maybe.
Yeah, you probably heard about it. Like on a one-on-one, I talk about it a lot.
Oh, okay. I think I know then. Okay. So what do you do in Korea?
So I am an English teacher in an elementary school.
And how long have you been to that one? Because that's not a hog one, right? That's hog ones are private.
Yeah. So Hagwon is private. I'm in a government school, elementary school. Everything's in Korean. My computer's in Korean. I have to speak Korean pretty much all day except in class.
Uh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that much.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you once had told me that like you try to be cheeky and not speak Korean. That way they don't know you speak Korean.
I don't show off as much Korean as I can speak. Because you know at work, if you're like really competent in your job, that kind of stuff never gets you promotions, it just gets you more work. So you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
be like
Give them an inch,
strategic.
they
Yeah,
take a
yeah, yeah.
mile.
And I'm not saying that my school would do that. It's just I think just work in general. Like I don't show off as much Korean as I speak. Just because like I'm like, am I gonna be in another meeting after this?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now I have to mark and grade work. So yeah.
Do you love it?
Oh, I love it.
I mean,
I
doing it
definitely,
for 10 years.
huh? Yeah. I mean, I've been at my current school for 5 years, and as much as I hold back my Korean, I definitely work hard. Like, I feel honored to be there, so I want to give as much as I can while I'm there.
How'd you find that one?
How do I find this job? So, I was working for a government program called Epic.
Oh, I know Epic. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
Epic?
yeah.
Yeah. So I was working for Epic for a while,
I've heard
and
horror
then
stories about them.
really.
I've never heard of anybody that worked at Epic that had a good experience.
I did. I loved Epic.
Really?
I've never had a bad experience with Epic. My bad experiences were with Hagons, not Epic.
That too. I've
So,
heard that.
yeah, so I was working for them, and then they started shutting down programs in Gyeonggi-do. I'm not sure why. And they were like, they offered to send me out to the countryside. They were like, we have spaces in like areas like Paju, and my whole life is Gyeonggi-do. So there was no way I was going to move up north and start again. And
And real quick, what's Gyeonggi-do for those who don't know?
so Gyeonggi-do is the province that so Korea, instead of states, they have provinces. And so Seoul I think is its own thing, and then Gyeonggi-do is the province that surrounds Seoul. And so
Like here in Hanam.
yeah, like Hanam is Gyeonggi-do. And I didn't want to leave that province. And so I applied. They had a different program called Epic or Gepic, and Gepic is just for Gyeonggi-do. And so I reapplied to that, and that's how I ended up in my current school. Is they had an opening 5 years ago that they gave me just before COVID started here. So I just got that job. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Speaking of which, how was COVID being in Korea? Because obviously the whole world shut down. Every country was a little different. Even in
Yeah.
the States, every state was a little different. But what was it like in Korea?
It was very interesting. So Korea was very ready for COVID because 10 or 12 years ago, they had an outbreak of SARS. And so just before COVID started, actually, like 3 months before, Seoul was doing like, I don't know what to call them. They were like trials of what could happen, like scenarios.
Mm.
I know the army does stuff like that. And so they had these people in black hazmat suits role playing of like what could happen and what's, how would we respond. So when COVID finally did hit, Korea was very ready to deal with it. So I know, in England people stayed home for 6 months. We stayed home for like 2 weeks, and then we had programs ready and set up. We had like a whole we had this thing where they had QR codes, and they would track where you go based on the QR code. So if you want to enter a restaurant, you have to, use your phone, and it's Kakao Talk, which is the app that we use, and you use your phone to like scan the QR code, and then it registers that you've been there. So if you get sick, the government
Um,
knows exactly where you've been.
contract or
Yeah,
whatever that contact trace all
yeah.
that.
And so they used to, what they would do is they'd shut down the place, do a full clean for 2 weeks. So anywhere you've been and you got sick, they know and they'll shut it down, and then they can contact anyone you've been around. And so catching it was really quick.
Yeah.
It was it was weird. When I first moved into my neighborhood, I didn't see a single child or old people for ages. Yeah, it was fascinating.
That'd be
It
crazy.
and it was like a brand new city,
Mhm.
and there was nobody around.
Really, that's
It was
crazy
like a
because Hanam's
horror
pretty like
movie,
busy, pretty like even like now looking out, like it's like there's people
right?
around. It's out.
It was literally like a horror movie. It was really interesting.
Dang. Did you go
Yeah.
out with like I don't know things like that for me? Like I don't want to say are cool because it was COVID and whatnot, but like there's just something desolate about it, and that's like cool to like check out, like see the barrenness of it all.
I mean, it was peaceful to walk around, but I'm also like, I'm not a zombie
Mm.
kind of person, and that's the vibe it was giving me. And so I spent most of my time in different cities because yeah, just where I was just felt too creepy.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
I
can
was
imagine.
like, let me hang out in Seoul. There's people in Seoul all the time.
Yeah, it was so at least a little more busy. Like obviously, it probably wasn't like how Gangnam was packed every hour of every day.
It was still full.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to Myeongdong and everyone's like, "Oh, Myeongdong is such a desolate place." I'm like, "It's still full. It's not as full. You're
Yeah.
not like sardines anymore, but it was still pretty packed." Um, but yeah, everyone knew the system, and so because of that, you knew, oh, we could only hang out in like groups of four. Am I wrong about that? No, yeah, four. So you couldn't walk into a restaurant like 10 people deep
Really?
like
And
we
they
do
would
now.
stop you for sure?
Yeah, you're not coming in.
Whoa.
Your party had to be exactly four, unless you had a family registry and you could prove that this is your direct family.
Mm.
Yeah, and obviously with foreigners, you can't walk in with
Yeah,
like three different people from seven different people, some different ethnicities, and be like, "We're family." Like, you're not coming in.
that's rough. That's cool
Yeah,
though. I mean, it
I
sucks, but
it was a lot more chilled than what I saw of other
mhm,
countries. Yeah, we had a lot more like freedom to roam around.
mhm.
Um, the government didn't hide the fact that we know exactly where you are when you are.
Mm,
Whereas, like, I know, in my home country, they were just like, "No, we don't track you," and I'm like, "Yes, you do."
yeah.
Now you, and then they're like, "We kind of have to."
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
so you've always had that capability.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like it was like that in the States, except the states are more independent than people think.
Mm,
Like you take Colorado, which is pretty strict
yeah,
and pretty, I hate to say it, the concept of like pro mask was a thing, being that do you believe in COVID and it's a real thing, or it's just like it's a cold. But then you go to like Florida, and I had an uncle. He said he went down there and he was like, COVID wasn't a thing during that. He's like, no one cared, no one social distanced, no one wore a mask, no one cared about hygiene or anything. It was just completely normal.
that's terrifying. It's not something you can be like, "Oh, I believe in it," or "I don't."
Yeah, for
It's
real.
happening to you
I
right
think, I
now.
mean, I've had it like 2 times, 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, but it was better each time I got it. Like the
Okay.
first time I got COVID was like miserable. Like for a good like 2 days, like bedridden, like body hurt, worst headache I've ever had. And then the next time I got COVID, it was like a little cold, didn't really care. And then I think I might have had it a third time. I think there was a third time I got it, but it was just I wasn't aware, and it was like even less than a cold.
I got it after everyone else. Like, I got one of the weakest strains,
Mhm.
and so mine wasn't so bad. And at that point, there was so much in place. My school, when I got it, like six other teachers were sick too. So I was freaking out. I'm like, "I'm so sorry." They're like, "Why are you sorry? It's not your fault." They're like, "No, we have a program ready. Just stay home, isolate." That was my worst nightmare. S-
Well, I bet you're super extroverted too. You
Yeah,
need
my
to get
room
out.
is a one room,
Yeah,
and
it's
now I'm
smaller than
stuck by
this.
myself for 5 days. Yeah, it was a lot.
It is what it is. You only got it the one time?
Just once that I know of. and then I had a cough for the next like 5 months.
Yeah, I think I still have my cough for sure. I think there's a few things that factor into that.
It was awful.
It's cool to hear an experience from COVID.
We survived. We made it. We're here
Yeah.
by God's grace.
How did that affect, like, if I can ask, like, relationships? If that, like, affected it? Because I know in, like, in the States, like, some people were cutting family off, cutting friends off. It, like,
Cutting people off.
gets intense.
It's a bit dramatic.
Quite so. Very dramatic.
Wait, why would you cut someone off because of COVID?
Different beliefs. You have someone that says, "Oh, COVID's not that serious," and then you have someone that says, "Oh, it's like the bubonic plague, like you're gonna die." And people have a conflict of difference, and some people are just a bit dramatic and yeah, cut people off.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, it's people like cut people off for religious beliefs, political beliefs, jobs.
I've seen that. I didn't know about the
Oh,
COVID
I
one.
know a few people that cut people off from COVID or because of COVID.
I guess it got quite political in the end. I didn't realize
It
that.
did get really political, fortunately.
What was the question? How it did
Did it affect your relationships at all?
relationships?
Yeah.
Kind of, but not really. So it affected our relationship in the sense that the person, so the person who got me sick, stayed with me and then stayed with two other people
Mm.
and sequentially got us all sick. And so both other people were on the phone to me. They were like, I told them, I was like, oh, guys, I'm sick. Um, and eventually we figured out like the source of it. And so the other two people were, they had it worse because one of them had asthma. And so they were freaking out of how it's going to affect them. And so I think that the person who gave it to us, felt really bad and she was worried that our friendship wouldn't be the same. I'm like, you got it from someone else.
Yeah,
Like
like, it's not that
you did
serious. I
everything
mean,
you
it's
could.
serious, but, like,
Yeah.
it's not your fault.
So
Happens.
I think the only way it really badly affected my friendships is that, I'm very much the empath of our group and people were still texting me. Um, when they like needing things. And I'm like, guys, I can't feel my legs. My head has been spinning for 2 days. This is not the time for me to be there for you. Like, if anything, I need you to be there for me.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the most negative thing I faced was just like having to tell people like actually I need you now. But people definitely came through. I mean, some people came to my door with food and I remember one friend, he'd already had COVID, and so he came over, he left food at my door. Um, Another friend who he had bought some medicine. Korea was prescribing medicine, like just in case you get it, you can get this. He bought some for himself and he gave me like the meds that
Dang.
dealt with the
What a real
symptoms.
one.
Like he sent it to me. Somebody drove all the way to my house to bring me painkillers because not painkillers, throat lozenges because my throat was gone and I had run out of all medicine at that point. And so I think more than anything, it just really brought me and my friends closer because I don't usually ask for help. Like I'm terrible about that. But suddenly I asked for help once and everybody was coming and the floodgates opened. So
It's cool. You
I'm
got some
I'm
good
very
friends.
lucky. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's your favorite thing about Korea? You've obviously been here for a long time. There's gotta be probably a few, I'm assuming.
Jeez. Okay, let's see. I have to say I love the people. I think Koreans are just incredibly friendly. I always tell people if you're lost, just look lost. Somebody will show up. Even if they don't speak your language, they'll show up and they'll spend the next 20 minutes helping you find your way. Um, I love Korean food.
Who doesn't?
I'm not a spicy head, but I learnt. Is that a phrase?
No,
A,
I don't
a
think so.
lover
I've
of
never heard it.
spices, whatever. But no, I definitely love the foods. I love like the deep dive foods. Um, Acorn jelly. That
Oh,
was
I
that
just
one
had this
took some
conversation the
getting
other day.
used to. Cheonggukjang. That one took some. It's like this. I can't explain it. It's just this really intense tasting soup. But after the third time, you kind of get used to it. Yeah, and it's quite nice with rice.
Okay,
Yeah, I enjoy it.
that's good.
It's for me. It's not people.
How's your Korean? You're pretty fluent.
I I
You're
don't know how to
definitely
measure.
fluent.
Okay,
Come
I
on,
don't
don't
know how
lie.
to
You're
measure
fluent.
it. I because there's random gaps in my knowledge. Like
Yeah.
once I realized I didn't know the word cloud, but I could have a deep conversation about someone's pain with them.
Yeah.
So, because I learned by, I would spend time with my friends from church, and they refused to speak English to me. I didn't know they could, but turns out they did. I told them I wanted to learn Korean, and so they purposely spent the next 2 years not speaking to me in English ever, and just I spent hours with them every week, and so. That's how I learned. Like every Sunday, I would go home. I'd be with them from like 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. and we wouldn't speak a word of English that whole day. That's how I learned Korean. So I don't know how to say if I'm fluent. I would say like a gentle intermediate. Yeah.
If I think so, you're fluent. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes we go hang out, and I'm like, I'm still working on it. So I got a couple years, but I get a little jelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like even the other day I had Scarlett's birthday thing, and
Yeah.
like Gina was describing things in Korean about something I'm saying.
Right.
I didn't really know what she was saying.
I
So
was
a
like,
couple of sentences I got like most of it, and then
yeah.
the others I'm just like I zero idea what you just said. But I mean, I act like I did. I'm just like nay,
Yes,
nay,
just nah.
nay, just a
Nah
nay.
got me through.
Yeah, I
Nah.
don't think they caught on to it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, nah will get you into trouble because
Yep.
everyone just thinks you know what you're saying. Like, nah, ah, okay,
Nah,
he knows.
nah, nah. Like yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The other day, yeah. They're
yeah.
pretty sure they thought that I knew what they were saying.
I think it helps that I have to speak Korean at work. So I have to do training, like training at work in Korean.
Mm.
Yeah.
See, I think I don't want to say I would like to be in that situation, but like I have to be like force myself to do Korean things. And the recently, it's the listening. It's so bad.
Listening.
Yeah, because like my homework for my classes is the topic tests.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
teacher prints off the previous topic test and like here's listening, reading, because the first two levels are just reading and listening, and so the reading's fine. Like I can get through that like really really easy,
yeah.
but the listening is just it's hell. Yeah. I just I'm trying. I know I started really good this beginning of this year with like no subtitles or just Korean subtitles. And I don't know, I got busy with the podcast and hanging with people and just editing, homework, everything.
Life.
So yeah, I was talking to Nelson about that too. And he was like, "Yeah, you just need a lot of input. You just got to listen to it a lot."
That's true. That helped me.
It's so hard. Even the other day, I was like doing it, the listening portion of the test, and I like texted my teacher, and I'm like, "Ur pollo." I'm so sad. What I want to cry, but yeah.
Honestly, what helped me with listening was when I was in England, it took me an hour and a half to get to work. And during the commute, I would listen to this radio program. I found one that I specifically liked. I don't know. Oh, the English name is Starry Night, like the the painting. But basically, it's called 별이 피나는 밤에. And I don't know what the show was about because I didn't understand a word of Korean back then, but I would just play it in the background on my commute every day for like 6 months. And that really helped with it didn't help me learn Korean, but it helped me recognize words and pick up sounds.
Yeah, because I
And
think
so,
that's another thing for me. It's
yeah,
just first of all, I need to increase my vocabulary for sure, but like just recognizing the sound because there's that Korean flow, and all kind of starts to sound into one. There's no
yes,
spaces, and you
yes.
can't pick up the grammar point. The ending of everything, and it's just a lot.
I think that's where the listening to the radio really helped because then I understood um the flow of the language based on what I've heard. Like I picked up the melody to begin with, and then I would start to understand random words. And so now when somebody makes a sentence of a specific flow, I kind of know where it's going because I've picked up a lot of that. So I really recommend like use your commute time, just put something in the background and then I don't know, do something on your phone, but it really helps you. I can't recommend it anymore.
Really,
It was good.
take notes. Take notes. Everyone out there, take notes.
And music. Music helps too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You're a music fan, you know?
I know, clearly. Yeah.
Clearly you need to listen more.
I do. I was telling them a lot this last episode. It's like I feel like the Cape everything Korean just went down once I moved here.
What do you mean went down?
I don't like hardly listen to K-pop
Yeah,
or
that happens.
alternative or yeah.
That happened to me too.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like because when you're not here, you're preparing to come, you're a lot more like, oh, I need to have more input. I need to listen more and watch more. And once you get here, you're like, oh, I'm here now. And so you're just like, oh, I'm surrounded by Koreans. I'm in Korea. I've got Korean stimuli around me. But I think you still have to keep up that same energy because I noticed that too. And so my studying just went down when I got here. Yeah.
Dang, it's weird. Weird how that happens.
Yeah.
How can I ask this? I've actually been meaning to ask for a long time. Not how did you did you find it hard to find friends? I think you have a very cheeky cheat code like all
Yeah.
of us disciples do.
Yeah.
But like on the outside of that, like how do you
Oh, that's a good
find a
question.
community? How do you find other foreigners, other Koreans to just be
Mm.
outspoken, reach out more, extroverted more? What do
Help
you do?
strangers. When I first got here, I worked in a hagwon, And then all of us, all the foreign teachers lived together in one building. So that was like instant friends because, we were all, well, most of us were new, like half were new, and then the other half had been here for a while. And they had a really great community. One of the guys, he would, for the first few days we had to live in a hotel, he would come and pick you up from the hotel, and he'd gather all the foreign and Korean teachers, and they'd take you on a night out. And he did that a few times. And then he gave us a tour of, I was living in Weijongbu, and so he gave us a tour of the area. He's like, this is the best chicken place, this is the best whatever place. And so that kind of taught me um, what I'm supposed to be like as a foreigner when I meet other people.
Hmm.
And so I kind of passed that forward. And then, also going to church, like I kind of had a inbuilt friendship. But then one by one, almost every foreigner that I met at church left. Within the first 6 months, they were all gone. And so I was left with just the Korean community at church. And so, like I said, I spoke so much Korean. Um, Making friends after that was just about being bold. Like, whenever I was with a group of people, if I saw someone that I'm like, oh, I'd love to be friends with that person, I would just talk to them. Or I think it's easier with girls because, like, if I see a girl in cute boots, I can just be like, hey, your boots are really cute. Like, where'd you get those from? And it starts a conversation. But I've always been a person who speaks to strangers. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of helps me make friends. And then if they seem friendly, I follow through. I'm like, let's get a coffee. And then if they're down for coffee once and it goes well, I follow through again. Um, Other times people will approach me. Like sometimes Koreans are like, oh, I want to make friends with a foreigner. And they approach me and I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm a lot more open when it's a girl because
Yeah.
I've had
I feel like
some
that's natural.
interesting experiences accepting when guys do that. It doesn't always end well.
Talking like, do you live alone kind of stuff.
Do you know what's funny? When the whole "Do you live alone" thing came out, I'm like, every foreign girl who's lived in Korea for anything like a year knows this phrase. Like, it's not even a joke. Do you live alone? I've been asked,
It's a real thing.
yeah, many times. Do you live alone? Can you twerk? I didn't care for that one. Please give me your black power. I didn't know how to
Interesting.
respond to that. I
Yeah,
had to like
yeah.
give him like, so it's not a thing I can give you. I can't lend you my phone. Like, yeah, it was, yeah, it's interesting.
Interesting. Is that all Korean guys? Let's clear the air. Let's give Korea a
Oh,
good like
but
reputation.
not all, but the fact that
Just
every
the ones in
foreigner has
Hongdae.
this story says that it's a nice amount. I think people are getting more exposed to foreigners, and so hopefully less and less of that is happening because as you get more exposed, then the novelty wears out a bit more, and so you can just be normal. But everyone has that story. Every girl, let's say, has that story. Yeah.
Speaking of which, what was it like 10 years ago to like now? How different has it
Oh
changed?
my gosh. It was it
That's
was
kind of like what is 2016, so around when BTS really started kicking off
yeah,
and the
when they were
world really
fresh and
started
new.
liking Korean culture, K-pop, all
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know much about Korean culture when I first came here. I barely knew about K-pop. I think I knew two bands. I knew what's it called? Big Bang and 2NE1. That's it. And I hadn't watched a lot of Korean dramas because I was like, I don't like committing to something so long. I had watched Korean movies. That's how I was learning Korean. And when I got here, there were very few foreigners. And so people staring was very normal. It took me a while to get used to that. But the subway was the hardest time.
Really?
Yeah, because I've been in a carriage and the entire carriage is staring at me. And I was just
Bit
like,
odd.
um, I was very much like, well, I came here willingly. I have to accept the consequences. And so, yeah, I would just sit on my phone. I didn't have a functioning phone for the first like 2 months because I
Me
didn't have
too.
my ARC.
Yeah, it was a
And
rough
so
time.
just, play like a pre-downloaded game or whatever. But a lot of people stared. And some people would come and ask me things, but I didn't understand what they were saying. A lot of businessmen would give me their cards. I didn't understand what that was about. Someone explained later, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I should put those in the bin." But yeah, there was a lot of staring, but people just wanted to talk to me, and they were very friendly about it. So I was like, "Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't know what you're saying, but
Would you take that more like offensively or like not, I don't want to say racist, not that strong, but like a prejudice, or did you understand that maybe that's just curiosity?
I thought it was just curious." Okay, my rule was so I've lived in Kenya, and in the countryside, back in the day, if there was a random white person in the countryside, the kids would chase him yelling Muzungu, which means white man. And so my rule was, if somebody from, like, let's say my grandma's village would behave towards a white person this way, if a Korean behaves towards me that way, I'm not going to be offended. It's just pure curiosity,
Okay.
right? Because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when it's my people, I'm just like, oh, they're just being curious. They just want to know about your culture. They're just interested. So I wanted to extend that same grace. And I think that mindset really helped me to just be like chilled and relaxed with no matter what the experience that I got. So yeah, I see a lot of things. Some things are like overtly racist. Other things I'm just like, no, that was genuine. Like when it's kids, I'm just like, oh, you're just curious. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Kids are kids. Kids are gonna be kids. They're all the same everywhere.
There was this one kid. No, twice it happened to me. There was one time a kid asked me if I was Japanese. She was like 12 or 13, and she was like, she looked me in the eye. I was like, "Are you Japanese?" I'm like, "No, I'm not Japanese." And then she just kept talking like, I'm sure you're Japanese. I'm like, I promise you I'm not Japanese. There was another time this little girl, I walked into a pharmacy and it was just me and her mum and this little girl. And she hid behind her mum because at that time, like, uh, not many people had seen a black person, especially in Korea, like in real life. So she kind of hid behind her. And she goes to her mum, Mummy, is that a Chinese person? And her
What?
mum and the pharmacist were both laughing their heads off. And she's like, no, 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 she's not like she's not Chinese. And she's like, I'm sure that's what a Chinese person looks like. And she just kept saying, I didn't understand a lot of what she was saying, but most of it was her insisting that I must be Chinese because,
Interesting.
the world is either Korean or Chinese. To her, there was nothing more. And so I sat there and I did what I needed to do and I giggled through it because I was just like, that's so fascinating. Her whole world is
Her
just
whole
that.
world is you're
Yeah.
Chinese or you're
Oh, you're
Korean.
Korean. There's nothing
That's
in between. And so she was like, that must be, I've never seen anyone Chinese, so you must be Chinese. And I was like, I guess I look Asian. Like twice as can't be a coincidence, right?
yeah, yeah.
It was so fun.
Clearly you have some Asian descent. Yeah, somewhere.
The kids recognize it.
Have you ever traveled to other countries or even thought about living in other countries like China or Japan or maybe somewhere else, maybe even back to Kenya or something?
Currently, I love Scotland. I've never lived in Scotland. It's on
She
my
talks about that a
list.
lot.
Yeah, if I leave Korea, it's to go to Scotland. I'd love to live in Italy for like 2 years. Like I love Italy. I really want to learn the language. It's one of the languages on my list. Japan. I really want to live in Japan. Not full time, maybe just a year in Japan, because I want to learn Japanese. Um, and then there's a few of the languages I want to learn. There's a language called Sami. I don't know if I'm getting it wrong, but I saw it in this movie called Klaus, and I became obsessed with that language.
The Santa Claus movie?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I highly recommend it. It's so good. But there was a little guy, she kept on going, Pasta mai. And I don't know what it was. I was just like, I have to learn this language. It's a Nordic language, and so eventually I want to learn it. So more, I think the places I want to live, it's all about the languages I want to learn. Because, like, for me, language is the door that opens everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe Hawaii.
Maybe Hawaii, yes, yeah, I wonder what language
Retire
they
in
speak
Hawaii.
there, yeah.
The dream.
Have you ever lived anywhere else? Obviously, Kenya, Britain, here, but any other place long term?
No, everywhere else I've just visited. I've been very lucky. I've been able to visit a lot of countries. Being in the UK, you can visit Europe, well, back in the day, fairly easily. I don't know about now. I haven't lived in England since Brexit, so I'm not sure, but
Whoa, really?
yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I think it's like that much different.
I don't know. That's the thing. I nothing everything is new to me now. Whenever I visit home, I don't know how to do anything. I, I don't know how to take the bus anymore because everything's an app.
Really?
Yeah, that was weird.
What do you think the like big cultural differences you that like I guess culture shocks what I'm asking. What's the big culture shocks between England and Korea? Like something that caught you off
Oh,
guard. We got the staring. What else?
that took a while. Um, I think our etiquettes are very different. Like when I first came here, uh, my food, like I'm particular about food etiquette, and like slurping your food where I come from is incredibly rude, but slurping your food here is just, oh, I'm just eating my noodles, like I'm just enjoying my food. Stuff like that was kind of took me by surprise. Um, and I think also the respect culture is really different. Respect in England isn't built into the language. It's just general politeness.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whereas in Korea,
It's all about how you say it.
yeah,
It's all about how you talk to someone.
it's like learning two different languages, like
It's
the
yeah.
casual and the polite, and then the super polite, imida, you know? That took a while to get used to. And that, I've made mistakes where I've slipped and spoken Pamar to my bosses, and they're very gracious about it, but I'm just like, I don't know how to say that word in the respectful way. Or, I've spoken the respectful way to children many times because I did like this super uber respectful way to children.
Yeah.
They just look at me like, teacher, what's wrong? And I'm like, I learned the hardest one first, so I don't know how to speak Pamar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think yeah, the respect culture is very different, and it's worth learning because it makes a difference
Mhm.
in how people treat you. Because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, you've made the effort, like you know our
Yeah,
ways. Yeah.
yeah.
Also, England is flat and Korea is full of mountains. Honestly, that is a culture shock. If you've been hiking in Korea once, that's a culture shock.
Really? Maybe it's different because I'm from Colorado, but
Yeah.
Colorado's way more mountains.
Yeah, but you guys hike like you're gonna die. Like you have everything provisions for the next 5 days.
Well, not like that. I'm not like going on a track for a week.
But
I've
that's what
never.
it looks like when
And
people
some people do.
hike.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's something called the Colorado Trail. People take a couple weeks. They just put up everything in their backpack and then they just hike it for like whatever it is exactly. 10 days, 14 days, depends on your speed. Sometimes longer.
my friend did that. Wait, no. He did the how do you say it?
Appalachian Mountains.
Appalachian
Yeah, it's like
Trail.
East Coast.
That one. I've heard people say Appalachia and people say
I
Appalachia. I
think
don't know what's
most
real.
people I know that know about it, it's I think Appalachia.
Appalachia?
Yeah, those are like smaller mountains, but there's a really, really big range, and it's like apparently like really sketchy.
Really?
Yeah, like ghosts, demons, people getting
Okay.
lost,
I thought you meant like you're gonna
forest
get
people.
mugged.
For you might do. There's like apparently
Forest
like yeah,
people.
like people who live there that would have like no birth certificates or social securities that live what's the car term? Like off the grid.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's like thousands of miles wide, or I guess like like wide up down and like pretty thick like side to side.
So if I want to live off the grid, I should go to Colorado.
That one's Appalachia's East Coast, so that's like Georgia, Tennessee. Yeah, and then we got the Rockies, which is like yeah, the bottom of Colorado and goes all the way to Canada.
Not that
Yeah.
rocky.
Yeah, not that rocky.
Interesting. Okay. I've never been to that side of America.
Oh, it's whatever. It's whatever. I gotta watch what I say. Some buddies were texting me, were like, "You gotta stop hating on Colorado." Yeah,
If it's got
never,
mountains, it
Evan.
must be gorgeous.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's got it on my body for a reason.
Oh, yeah. That's what you tattooed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I got mountains here because it's the Rockies. It's Colorado. It's what we're
Oh,
known for. And then I'm a city boy, so I got the city,
what's
Denver.
the sea? Oh,
Yeah, and then
Colorado.
this weird looking one is because there's a really weird looking building in the heart of the city.
And you wanted to commemorate it on your body.
Yeah, yeah. Because if I can just get any building, it's whatever. But if I gotta get the call it the cash register building.
The cash register. Does it have a real name? Was that what it's called?
It used to be the Quest building back in the day when that internet company Quest was around, and then it changed, and I think it changed again. And then yeah, and then of course as you know the flag. Well,
Show the people. Yeah.
yeah, I don't really miss it. But do you miss England?
At the most random times. Yeah. So while I was here, my home team, Leicester City, they won something.
Or something?
What it is. Champions League? Something. We won. We were top of the Champions League. And there was like a big parade. My parents who never leave the house were there in their t-shirts representing, partying with the team. And I was just like, this must be big if my parents went out for it. And I missed that. So whenever stuff like that happens, or like carnival, I don't know if do you know what carnival is?
No. You like the thing in Brazil?
Yeah, it's like that, but it's a Caribbean carnival, and we have one in my hometown. Every time I see videos of that, I miss it. I'm just like, oh, I should have been there. Even though I never participate, I always just like stand on the sidelines and party from the sides because you can audition and be in it, and they give you these giant like you have a costume with like giant wings, or I mean giant. Um, I should have done it at least once. It would have been interesting. But no, so I miss whenever stuff like that happens, I'm like, oh, I miss home. Or somebody will start talking about British food, which is a rule. I don't think about British food because I'm like, if I think about it, I'll miss it. And then there's nowhere for me to get it. And then I'm miserable for a week.
Yeah.
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 Eventually I try and recreate it to no avail. So I'm like, don't mention. deep dive foods.
Yeah, yeah. So no British food.
And British food is delicious. No matter you guys just people don't understand.
Better than Korean food?
Don't do that.
Come on.
Don't do that.
Come on.
Don't do that. I don't want to be hated on either one continent. I like the food for different reasons. Like Korean food has a completely different flavor palette, flavor profile.
But you don't like spicy.
I learned to eat spicy food. Before I came here, I spent a year, once a week, I would eat spicy ramen to build up my tolerance to spice so that by the time I got here, I actually could eat spicy
Like
food.
bulldog or like
No,
Shin
no,
ramen?
no. No. I still can't eat that. That's no, that's just suffering
That's not even that
to you.
bad.
But
That's not.
consider that I started off as a zero on spices
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then built my way up to like takarbi spicy. Yeah, so I did my best. So I can handle the spicy food. I just don't choose it. If it's there, I'm like, okay, whatever. But I'm not going to purposely go out and eat something spicy.
I forgot what else I was gonna ask.
You got
That game
distracted.
thing really threw me off.
It threw me off. It's
Yeah.
good.
What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Oh, that's a good question actually. So one of our friends who, well, you know Uju, she moved to Taiwan. I always have to say it slowly because I get confused. And she just came back for the next few days to visit. And so she's going to be at different locations all day. So we're all kind of visiting her at those different locations. I don't know where she's going to be by the time I'm done, but basically somewhere in Seoul. So we're going to go and hang out at different cafes, restaurants, noraebang, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But we're kind of keeping it casual, we'll see. But basically, girls hang out slash boys if the boys show up.
Me.
You?
Yeah, one guy.
She has other guy friends, not
Oh,
just
really?
you. Yeah, you're special.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Usually has more friends than any of us.
I can see that.
She's good.
Very introvert or extroverted.
Yeah, she collects introverts. It's fascinating. Yeah, I do it too, but I think she's like high level. Mm.
Yeah, you're pretty good about it. You're super extroverted.
I am, but she makes me look introverted.
Quite draining.
Yeah.
It's just a little.
Excusez-moi. I like to think I know when someone's drained and I zip it up.
Oh, yeah, you're good at it.
Yeah? That was not very
Yeah,
convincing.
you're good at it. Yeah, you're good.
Oh my gosh. I try and notice, like if an introvert is exhausted, I try and notice and like pull it back.
Oh.
Yeah. You can just tell me if you're like I'm peopled out. Just say I'm peopled out.
Well, like I push myself too, and I'm like, oh yeah,
You don't have to.
I know.
I can
Sometimes,
meet you halfway.
sometimes I have to.
Yeah. I'm saying if
Like the
you're hanging
birthday
out with
party.
me. Yeah. Oh, party is a different situation.
Even though it was just 5 of us, I was so tired.
That was hard for you?
I think I just had a long day, and I was like,
Take English and Korean, plus you're an introvert.
yeah. And
Plus
then
we're
after,
asking you really hard questions.
yeah, and then there's a lot going on, and then my emotions, my feelings, and then a certain someone was there, and then there's a lot going on. I was stressed out, and then
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, I can imagine.
yeah, it was a good time. I don't regret it. Like it was fun, but I'm still tired.
You know, there's this misconception that extroverts like get energy from just being around people all the time. It has to be the right kind of people. Like it has to be the vibes have to be good. So we still get drained from being around people. Like if it's like for me, if I'm in a group of only introverts and I have to facilitate the conversation the whole time, that can be quite draining. I don't mind doing it, but that's where like my energy starts to drain. But if it's like if you open up and there's a give and take, then I start to get energy. I'm like, oh, we're communicating. Look at me.
Good flow state,
Yeah.
like yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
Now, someone want to touch base on too, because you've been here for a while and you have a lot more experience than I do. But like, what's the church culture like? What's like, like from where we're coming from,
Yeah.
but like, have you experienced other cult-like churches that Korea's known for?
Um, there are a lot of cults here. I've talked to them. I've never been to one. Yeah, so I've met a lot of people who all go to different churches, and there was this one particular cult when I lived in Anyang. There was this cult that was really active near the station, and they would like work in two by two, and they were like, "Hey, are you a foreigner?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a foreigner." They're like, "Do you want to come and have a cultural experience?" That was the phrase they used. And they almost convinced me. The second time, I was actually free because usually if I'm by the station, I'm going somewhere. And they almost convinced me. They're like, "You're having a culture, come and have a culture experience." And this Korean guy saw me about to go, and he like intervened and he interrupted, and he was like, "You're not go, like, don't go." And he explained to me in English
Oh, what a real one.
because they were speaking to me in Korean slash a little bit of English, and he explained to me like they were and what they were doing, and I was like, "Oh." And so there was that experience, and then I've visited a lot of different churches, and the one thing that they have in common is they were upset that I was single, and every single one was like, "We should introduce you to someone. You should get married." Every time. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I've noticed was like the older generation in church is never happy that I'm single. They were like,
Why is that?
I don't know what that's
Is that
about.
maybe a generational thing? 'Cause I think that goes back on
It could be.
all
It
across the
happens
world.
every time. But yeah, I think the churches I've been to have been really friendly. Um, I have spoken to a lot of like people on the street who just are just like, let me ask you about Jesus. And I'm like, oh, my favorite subject. Yeah, I'll talk to you about Jesus. And then I've been to like the bigger church, like there's this giant one in Seoul. I don't know what it's called, but they have like a concert hall in there. And somebody was like, if you want to get married, this is where you go. I was like, I don't know what that means, but I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
They have like a whole group dedicated to finding you a husband or wife. So
I guess that's cool. Well, maybe it could be.
I think in my time I visited a lot of churches because my friends like I go to church and they invite me, I'll go at least once.
Trying to visit others
Mm.
because of some issues I've had in ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're leaving me.
No, no,
Leaving
I'm
us.
not
It's
leaving.
okay.
No, I'm not
It's
just
okay.
exploring a little.
Explore. It's good
No,
for you.
I'm still around. You know, if I die, you'll still see me. That's what I've told
You're
some
gonna
people.
go on to
Like, if I die, we'll still see each other.
fair,
That's okay.
fair.
Forgot there was something I wanted to ask about ours.
You wanted to tell me a story about a church you've been to?
No, I was thinking about the one where I told the guy I was Mexican, but I already told you that the other day
You told who got you Mexican?
when I was on the street and I told him I was Mexican,
And then
and then I said I didn't speak English.
oh, that's crazy. What if you spoke Spanish?
I would have seen what I could roll with.
That's gonna happen to
Yeah,
you at some.
it was just I was just so programmed to say it, and I'll tell it later with like Christine because she's Spanish speaking. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just so programmed to like say "ah chocomanio" no
Yeah.
matter what. You could have said, "Do you speak French?" And
Then
ah
you're like,
chocomanio,
chocolate.
chocomanio.
I speak a little bonjour, omelette du
I would have
fromage.
said bonsoir.
What's that?
Parlez-vous vous?
Oh, not bad.
I speak French too. I have a lot of little secrets.
A little français.
What do you think about makeup here?
Makeup.
The standard.
My gosh, you're asking the wrong person.
I don't think I've had anyone like tell me yet. I want to hear like a real opinion, not just that it's good. What makes it good, Ivy? Why do you like it?
Oh, I can talk to you about cosmetics, but makeup is
Wait, what's the difference?
out of my wheelhouse. Your makeup is you're talking like foundation, concealer, mascara, eyeliner, that's makeup.
What's the difference? I thought it was like saying the difference between like
Makeup enhances your
trash and
face.
garbage. Like it's the
No,
same.
no, no, no.
It's the same
No,
thing.
that's totally different. That's a language difference. No, makeup enhances your features in the moment. Cosmetics takes a long time to enhance your features. So cosmetics is like lotions and serums and essences, right? Those are like um dealing with underlying like issues on your face, like skin conditions, something deeper because they seep into your skin. Whereas makeup sits on top and either masks something or enhances something. So if you're asking me about makeup, I don't have those skills. Like I barely know how to use blush. Um, I'm still learning how to use. It took me a while to find like the right foundation. I didn't know much about that. I have sensitive skin, and so putting on stuff on my skin is always a nightmare. So I know more about cosmetics.
Oh, you got good genetics then.
Oh, thank you. Because Korean cosmetics are elite. I think because whatever they say they put in it, they put in it. So, for example, in the UK, they'd be like, "Oh, this contains aloe," but there's like a legal threshold where, like, let's say, for example, if the legal threshold is 2 drops of aloe per bottle, and then you can say it's got aloe in it,
Uh,
then that's what they'll do is the threshold. Whereas in Korea, if they're like, "This has jeju minerals," they actually put jeju minerals in it to a quantity where it will actually do something. Um, and so I think that's why Korean makeup is elite. And also Koreans are very much about their appearance. Like
yeah.
that's a big thing.
Oh yeah.
And so if you want to sell to a Korean, your products actually have to work. if they don't, they'll move on to the next one. There's so many cosmetics options here, so you actually have to be the best to be the best.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think that's why it's so good.
Oh, that explains a lot then.
Oh yeah.
What about plastic surgery? You got any?
Again, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah.
I'm saying not yet because you never know. I want to give myself room.
Yeah,
I don't want to say I never would, and then one day I do, and I'm like,
feel
oh,
that. I
yeah,
have a deviated septum. I think that counts, so I would fix that.
yeah. No, I'm terrified of going under the knife. It's I'm unconscious and somebody has a knife and they're hovering over me. That's my worst
So I felt
nightmare.
with my wisdom teeth. I didn't think about it, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then I'm like they get you that IV, and I'm like, oh, like I'm about to be like unconscious, like borderline, like dead. And then you feel it, and he was like, count down from 10. Feel real good at 5. Feel real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
All the
that's
stress, I had no stress, no anxiety, and I was like, this is nice.
and then you're out.
And I was out. And I
I
woke
don't.
up with him like still like in my mouth. It was creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, I mean, Korea has some, from what I've heard, some great surgeons and great plastic surgeons. People travel for,
No, I was about to
thousands of
say, I think it's another
miles
thing Korea's
to
known
come
for
and get
is
it.
plastic surgery capital. That and Turkey.
Yeah. I mean, they seem to do very like good subtle work. If you want like an overhaul, they can do that. They can also do subtle work. I have a lot of friends. Most people here get the double eyelid. Apologies. I know a lot of people who've gotten that. Like, I'll see them one week and the next week they have double eyelids. Um, Usually if you're my friend, I'll beg you not to, because I'm like, you're not gonna look like you anymore. Like you'll be a new
Yeah.
person and and also I feel like plastic surgery and tattoos, they have this thing in common where you're not just going to do it once. There's
Hmm.
always maintenance involved, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't consider the maintenance. They consider the let me do it once and then I'll be cool. And so that's one of the reasons I'll try and stop my friends. I'm like, have you done the research before you even just do a double eyelid? Like, there's going to be upkeep and there's going to be, it's not just a one and done. So I'm a big proponent of encouraging people, like, do what you want, but I am going to stop you if I think you haven't done enough research. Like, I want to be a good friend and like support you,
Mhm.
not just go along with everything you're saying you're gonna do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
So that's as much as I know about the plastic surgery industry.
What
Do
do you
your
think?
research, guys.
What do you think Koreans care so much about their appearance?
Honestly, I haven't figured out the root, but it's built into society.
Mhm.
You get treated better, you get better jobs, you get higher marriage prospects, you can make more money. Like, looks will get you everywhere here. Yeah,
It's a pretty privilege.
excuse me. Pretty privilege is a big thing here.
Pretty biased, I guess, too, maybe.
You know what's funny? Before I came to Korea, I was worried that I had been ugly my whole life and no one in England had the courage to tell me. And I was like, if I'm ugly, a Korean will tell me. It's I was bracing myself. And I guess I'm not ugly. No one was
Nice.
overtly mean about it. So yeah.
Wow. What about the fashion? Korean fashion is pretty top tier too. I'm not a fashionista. I don't really care, but like it's definitely known.
Oh yeah, Korea has some great fashion. The thing is, like, every season there's a look and everyone catches on really quickly. Like, I bought this jacket the other day, and then I've seen like 17 people with it since I bought it.
Dang.
I sent it back because I was like, we can't all have the same jacket, like the exact same jacket. And so there's always like a look that everyone follows, and it changes really quickly. And I realize if I try and follow Korean fashion, I'm gonna be poor. Like, I don't know what they do with last season's clothes. Last winter's outfit is not gonna be next winter's outfit.
Yeah.
But for me, it is gonna have to be because I can't keep spending money on the new look every time. But
Very trendy.
yeah, they catch on real quick. But I do love Korean fashion. I feel like it's brought me out of my shell. When I lived in England, I pretty much dressed like a boy. I was all about comfort
You're a
and
tomboy.
that's it. I was a tomboy. I was like a hippie tomboy. I wore every color of the rainbow on my clothes every time I went outside. And chunky boots. And then I came to Korea and I think I started to explore more of like the feminine fashions because everything is my size here. I feel very honored, but so I can wear everything, except jeans. For some reason, jeans don't ever seem to touch the ground, which I love a jean that touches the floor. And so I think Korea does have some great fashion. They don't necessarily do bigger sizes, so that's the only downside. But if you're like a small to a medium, Haven.
Ah, it must be nice. I'm
Yeah,
struggling. The shirts are good.
yeah.
Nothing in pants ever
Trousers.
fits. Yeah, no.
That's the
It's
one.
like they don't think like I don't know. Like my waist is bigger than like the average length for the Koreans. So I always have to get like what the 6'2" guy would have to
Yeah,
wear, and then I have to hem it. I
and then
still have
have
those
it.
jeans we bought like months ago. I just forget. In the one place I went to get it tailored, I spent like 40 minutes looking for it just to find out it wasn't even there. It was like it just closed or foreclosed or something. So I have that, and then another pair of jeans or like tracksuit pants. I got to get hemmed.
I actually do have a skirt I need to get hemmed, so if you find one,
Yeah, I'm looking.
'tis the season.
Yeah, I should ask around. I should ask Daniel.
Yes.
He would know.
Would he? I doubt it.
I don't know. I mean, I think of what he does for a living. Maybe he would know. I don't know.
I don't think he'd know. I
Oh,
think you
really?
need to ask like a random Korean who lives in the probably your neighborhood would know like
That's
what's
funny
the
because when I
neighborhood
found
tailor.
that place, it was a random Korean that I
Yeah?
texted.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I met this one random lady and then got her cacao and then nothing, whatever. And then like yeah, a few months ago, I just thought of it. I'm like, oh yeah, she lives in Hanam, and she would know. And so I was like, hey, I can't find any place. Like I don't know if I'm typing the wrong thing in for cacao maps or neighbor, and so please help me. Then she was like, yeah, check this place out.
Dude, okay.
Thanks, neighbor.
Let me ask one of my random Korean friends. Sorry, I knocked it.
Nice. That'd be a shame if all that went. I would cry.
Wait, there's something I could press where it could all disappear?
No, no, but if like when Nelson's episode was on, like his mic was off for like 5 minutes, and then Nelson or Malat's, I was off, and then as I'm thinking, as we've been talking, for so everyone like she's came over at like 10, and we didn't start till like 11:15 because I couldn't figure some stuff out. And I'm starting to think, as we've been talking, I think good like 50 of those minutes was just because the mic was off. That's why
Oh,
it wasn't
really?
working.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
And so we'll see after when I hit stop recording if it's saved.
hopefully.
If not, it's gonna move back to America.
No, that's a bit dramatic. Move
Okay.
to Italy. It's halfway.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's a good halfway point. Yeah. What's your favorite Korean food?
Ooh, it changes. Yeah. So I love takarbi, which is a nice chicken, braised chicken, I think it's translated to. I love tojigarbi, which is pork ribs. What it?
Yeah, it's ribs. It's the rib meat, and
Yeah.
then they're marinated. It's
And then I love a soup, like a doenjanjjigae, 청국장,
kimchi jjigae.
jjigae, oh, elite. I love a soup, and especially in winter, I love a soup. And then I'm obsessed with 묵은지 kimchi, which is like really old kimchi. And there's this dish where it's just old kimchi and tofu. And whenever I eat that, I require silence because it's so good. I just need to focus on the flavors.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't speak to me while I'm eating like 묵은지 and tofu. Like that's the good stuff. Um, what else? I love like a just kimbap, normal bit of kimbap is really good. Um, I'm still discovering some new foods. Like I said, the acorn jelly took me by surprise. I did not care for it the first time.
I've heard that before. Yeah,
I like it
it's
now.
pretty
Yeah.
tasteless.
And then in the summer, naengmyeon.
Really, I can't get behind that.
You have to give it a while. I hated naengmyeon the first time, and my friends forced me to eat it. By like the fifth time, it's now my favorite food.
Really.
I think it's just such a different flavor palette that you're not used to that it takes your your taste buds a while to fix themselves to it. But once you do, you'll love it.
Mhm.
So I really recommend it.
I guess I'll
Don't
try it
just don't
five
just
or
keep
six more
going.
times.
Yeah, maybe two or three, but keep going. It
I'll
just takes
try.
a
I
while
like
to
food. I
like
like
get to
trying
that point.
things.
Yeah.
But last time I had it, I didn't even it wasn't even mine. I was just like, this isn't it. Someone just gave me a piece of it and I was like, okay. And I was like,
You like spicy. You should get spicy naengmyeon.
I
I
don't know if
think
it
you'd enjoy
was.
it.
It might have been. I don't know. Maybe it was cold. I mean, it was a different like type of noodle. It wasn't wheat, I think.
Yeah, you weren't expecting it to be cold.
Yeah.
And yeah, try it in the summer and then try the spicy one first. I think that will be a good entrance
I'll
for
have to
you.
find the
I
spot.
think you'll enjoy it.
I'll try. Like I love trying foods. Yeah. I went to a Michelin star one. I don't know if that makes.
There's your first problem.
I mean, it had a lot of stars.
Who's eating naengmyeon Michelin stars?
The people I went with.
Absolutely not. No. You need to start with like a local mom and pop naengmyeon where it's like hand cut. That's the good stuff. The noodles like made.
Made by Koreans too. I don't think anybody in that store was Korean.
Are you kidding me?
I think
You judged it based on that?
no, but I mean, I feel like it factors.
That's like going to a Chinese restaurant that I run. How are you gonna get the authentic flavors?
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay, you need to give naengmyon
yeah,
another
yeah,
try.
yeah.
You did not give it a fair shot then. Okay. I'll take you. Once the sun comes back,
It's coming back
once the
pretty fierce the
heat.
last few days. I went up to Sokchon yesterday, and it was rough.
It was hot.
I thought so. It's
Really?
hot now. That's why my window's open.
It's okay. I'm still cold.
Oh, must be nice.
It's not. It sucks. I'm wearing 3 layers. I was with
I hand my blanket, my tortilla
in the back
blanket.
from my legs because I'm cold.
She's shaking. She's quivering, guys.
I'm always cold.
What about the winters? What's worse, British winter or Korean winter?
There's no comparison. Korean winter is brutal.
I think the world knows like Britain's pretty cold.
Britain's cold. It's a different type of cold. I would say, although I don't know, maybe Korean winter is better. I went back to England last winter, and coming back to -15 in Korea was a breeze. It was only like -2 in England when I went, but the cold, it like seeps into your bones. There's nothing you can do to be warm. Whereas in Korea, it could be -15 and windy, and that's still better than -2 and bone chilled in England. I don't know what that cold was, but it took me by surprise. Like I feel like it broke me because I came back to Korea and it was freezing, and I was like, "This is so much better."
Yeah.
The layers worked here. The layers were doing nothing for me in the UK. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
So I
What
guess
about
I
the summer?
British summer when it's hot is hot. Korean summer when it's hot is humid. I I don't know which one is better or worse, honestly. Um, I do appreciate that Korea is hotter for longer, whereas Britain has like, breakups of rain. Um,
I feel like last year was really rainy in Korea, especially that
yeah,
July. It rained like every day, but like a lot.
it's literally a whole because I remember my family came to visit and it rained. I think they were here for a week. We had 1 day of sun. It was raining the whole time. And then when they left, it was like a month of rain, which used to be normal, but we used to have more time in between the rain. But now it just seems like, and it's not just rain, it's like heavy, intense, slap you in the face rain.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a light sprinkling.
That has to be the global warming because that 10 years ago, it would rain, but it wasn't that intense.
What about like a winter 10 years ago? Because I feel like too another thing people have told me is like Korea is snowy, but the like last couple winters I've been here, like it hardly snowed at all. I
Yeah.
think last year in Seoul it snowed for a combined all winter like 3 inches.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of snow last time. We used to get a lot. Like, even for me, I was like, this is too much. I was like, is school closed? It never closes.
Mhm.
No, I remember it snowed a lot like 5 years ago. Just when COVID had started, it snowed a lot, and I still had to go to work, but the kids had to do online, and it took me almost an hour to walk to work. It should take 20 minutes.
Wait, the one from here, like where you're at now?
No, I lived somewhere completely like far away from school back then. And so, yeah, it took a while. Yeah. My bike got stuck in, I abandoned my bike somewhere halfway and I wasn't wearing snow boots. It came out of nowhere. Like we didn't know it was gonna snow that much. Haven't seen that much since.
No, it doesn't snow at all. That's how Colorado is. That's some buddies telling me. There's some skiing buddies, skiing snowboarding buddies for like this last winter was the worst one we've ever had.
Really?
It hardly snowed at all.
Oh, I see. I thought you
Even
meant
like in
worse,
the
like
middle of like December, I think it was like I don't know what it is in Celsius. At one point, it was like 70 degrees. What are they? Like 25 degrees Celsius.
that's 70 is quite warm. I know
Colorado's cold. Colorado's not like a warm spot. It's not
that's weird.
Thailand, Cambodia, Australia. It's a cold place. It gets 4 seasons.
Okay. Dude, that's intense.
Yeah.
The weather is changing. What's gonna happen to us?
See this next year. I'm
Right?
concerned for this winter.
I don't even want to think about it. No, winter doesn't exist. Right now, I'm just focused on the sun is coming. I'm a summer person. I can't be doing with being cold.
I just want to be comfortable. Because in the winter, you're like you're too hot or too cold at one point. Then the summer, you're too hot, and then I get angry.
Because you're too hot.
Too hot, too sweaty. Then everybody's touching me. And it's Korea. Korea is like a sticky humidity.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know, like a glue trap on you. It's weird. I've never experienced that. Singapore, Thailand, Cambodia, other humid places, it's like normal.
Sticks to you.
Yeah, Korea, it's weird.
That's why I'm convinced people date in specific seasons. No one will admit to it, but I'm like, nah, people start dating for the spring, for the pics, and then when it's really hot, suddenly they're not together anymore. And then autumn comes and they have a new boo. I'm like, But no one will admit that this happens. But I've seen it. I've been here long enough to get a sample of it. And I'm like, okay, guys, no one will admit to it, but I know we all date for seasons here.
Yeah.
For the pics,
Interesting. Never noticed that.
you'll see.
Just too miserable. Being miserable.
If you people watch, you'll notice the patterns.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy people watching. Like, if you're gonna look at me, I'm gonna look at you.
Yeah.
Balance, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, do you like BTS? Right. I might have to add that first part in. We'll
No,
see.
I do like BTS. I'm just not very knowledgeable about them. Knowledgeable.
Okay.
That's hard to say.
It's okay. Neither am I. I like V. He seems cool.
Yeah. Have you met him?
Not yet.
I think you will.
I'd like to.
I think
He's a
you
good
will.
looking man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he your bias?
You could say that. You could say
Out of
that.
BTS.
Yeah.
Okay. What other bands do you like?
I like Twice, obviously. E High. That was a buddy of from the States sent me that actually. That was cool.
E High?
Yeah.
That's the name of a person or a band?
No, she's a singer. She's like R&B.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good.
What else? Hansumin only. You know, I think if I play them, you know them.
Okay. So, because even like the music I do know, I either know the band or the name of the song.
Mm.
Rarely both. Because I mostly I listen. I don't really tend to watch music videos or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put it on a random playlist and just keep going.
Nice.
Music is for listening, you know? You can watch by all means, but I'm all about the let me experience it with my ears.
Yeah.
That sounds so weird.
That's yeah. That might be the quote for the time.
Please don't.
experience.
Please don't. An awful quote.
I'll figure something out.
I sound like someone who just arrived on Earth. Oh, music is for ears.
Music is for ears. Episode 3, Ivy.
Music is for ears.
What do you think's better, the British transportation or here?
Yeah, you're trying to get me cancelled, but
What?
I'm gonna say this. British transportation it's old, you know? The systems, like if you look at the tube in London, all they can do is repair it. They can't scrap it and start again. Like you would destroy the city. And so I think they're doing their best with what they have. Um, the bus system in my hometown is not incredibly efficient, but again, they're doing their best with what they have because everything has to go into the city center and then back out.
Mm.
So instead of going straight to where I'm going, I have to go into the city center and then find another bus that will go to where I'm going. I do not care for that system, but that's what it is. Whereas like Korea's system like is very efficient. I think. And they're constantly adding more lines. You know, so now we have the subway, we have the SRT, which is like a really fast bullet train. Absolutely love it. I wish they would extend it further up and further down. Then you have the KTX, ITX, which are like just normal trains that are faster. Then you have the local buses, and then the red buses, the intercity buses. I feel like there's so many options. Whereas in the UK, I didn't have as many options, and it was really expensive. Whereas in Korea, I mean, it's the price is going up with inflation, but it's still very reasonable to travel. Um, if I spent a month traveling through Korea and then I went to, for example, London and spent a month traveling through, it would be 3 to 4 times the price. Like, I still feel like London owes me a lot of money from the 2 weeks I
Really?
spent there. No, it wasn't. It was a summer I spent there. And I feel I'm owed a lot of money from just the tube. It was so expensive. It was crazy money. Yeah. So I think it's cheap and efficient here, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's good.
I use it a lot.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of driving here. Like there's
Yeah.
so many ways and different modes of transport, including helicopter, by the way.
Didn't know that.
There's a way, yeah, you can pay for a helicopter ride around Seoul. I haven't done it yet because it's expensive, but it's on my list.
Figures.
Yeah.
Dang.
I could also maybe like a birthday present, have the friends chip in. Just be by myself in a helicopter.
Yeah. It's cool. Have you thought about doing any other job? I meant to ask this earlier too. In Korea, besides English teaching? I just think you were a model at one point, right?
Okay, so modeling for me was a hobby. It was just something I wanted to do something creative, right? And an opportunity came up to do the Seoul Africa fashion show. And so I signed up for that and it was so much fun. I worked with this collective called Artishka and they were doing uh like they were doing like fashion from their home country as well as like big headpieces and we were barefoot and we had to dance down the runway. So that was really interesting.
Whoa.
That was so much fun. So that kind of opened up opportunities for me to do other projects for other photographers. And I did everything, pro bono, because I was just like, I'm learning. So, if you ever need me, I'm available. And so I ended up doing a couple of projects. One of them ended up, her work was featured. Her name is Yumi. Her work was featured in Vogue. And I was just like, and it was my picture. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I sent my mom a Vogue, or the Vogue Photo Vogue is their photographers. They feature photographers on that webpage. And so, for better or for worse, I'm on there.
Nice.
And so stuff like that kept on opening more opportunities, and it helps that I'm like, I'll do pro bono. And so other photographers approached me, and I don't think I could be a full-time model. I think it's so much harder than it looks. I have so much respect for models now that I've tried it. Um, I would love to do copy editing. That's something I'm looking into. Um, there's this particular job that keeps showing up, but I'm always late to it. And so I'm trying to build up a portfolio so I could apply for it next time it shows. Every like 2 or 3 years, that job shows up again. It's with a pretty prominent network, like TV network in Korea. And so people snap it up real quick. I don't know why they don't keep it more than 3 years. That's the interesting part. So I'm hoping to find out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if I switch from teaching, that would be what I want to do is copy editing. Yeah.
Cool.
Not copywriting though. I'm not good at that.
Copy editing.
That's not my gift.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think Christine's nearby.
Nearby. Is
Uh-huh.
she coming to do this too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
so
why you
right
kept
after.
saying Christine.
Yeah, that's why I kept bringing
I
it.
didn't know what you were talking about. I was like,
I just kept bringing it up randomly.
yeah. I thought maybe like you hanging out with the girls today,
Oh,
because she's gonna be there too.
that's why she
Okay.
came up.
Nice.
Well, Miss Oma, do you have any advice for anyone wanting to explore Korea, come to Korea, live here, work here, anything?
Just honestly, do your research for a start. Learn Korean at the very least before you come here. Learn to read and write. It will make your life so much easier. Don't take anything personally. People are just curious, and be open to new friendships. A lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, I want to make friends with you because you're a foreigner." That's actually a good thing. I think if you're just open and if you don't make any assumptions, you'll have a great time here. But definitely learn to read and write. It helps.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, Miss Ivy, thank you so much. Thank you. It was big help even after this disastrous morning. Oh, I'm so scared to hit stop recording,
It works out.
but we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see if this was all waste or not. But either way, appreciate it. Good friend, good English teacher,
You're welcome.
good sister. Yeah, cool. Thank you again.
All right. See you around.
Tama poyo, everyone.
Tama, bye, y'all.